Today I want to show you an easy and simple way using a jar to tell what sort of soil you've got in the garden. If you've got a trout, it's going to help. A little bit of fairy liquid also helps, but you don't necessarily even need those. Literally just a jar and some water. So let's do it. I've come over to a patch of the field where we've got a little bit of soil showing, and what we're going to do is we're just going to try and dig out some of this, get a good few inches in, just so it's a real true representation of the soil that we've got, and pop it in our jar. Now I'm also going to take a sample from the garden back home, which is more silty and I think probably more clay, but we'll find out, and we'll compare the two at the next step. Back at home now, we've got our Gransfield soil and our home garden soil. We're going to get these mixed up with a little bit of washing up liquid. We'll leave a little bit of air on the top when I put the water in. We'll give them a good shake, and hopefully we'll start to see a good bit of layering coming through. The sand should start first, that's after about 5 minutes. Then you've got your like silt layer, which will come after a couple of hours. I just wanted to do a quick close-up of the jars. You can see our water has actually cleared now. This is a couple of days, I think 3 days. You can see a very distinct layer of clay on the top of both of our samples. Funnily enough, mostly sand at Grans, which was what I expected, a little bit of silt and clay. You've got the at-home soil with the silt, sand, tiny little bit of clay. Mainly the silt layer is a lot bigger on our home, but I'll get these measured just with a ruler like so, and we'll see how much of each layer we've got, and then we'll pop it in our graph and that'll tell us our soil type. Right, I just wanted to run through the numbers of our jars, and I'll have the pictures hopefully on screen so you can see what I'm talking about. If we start with our Gran soil, you can see we have 8 centimetres or 80 millimetres of soil, comprised of 4, 7, 69 millimetres clay, silt and sand. To show you how to work out your percentages, it's really simple. You just take the number of millimetres of what you want to work out, so in this case 4 millimetres of clay, divide it by the total height, which was 80 millimetres, and that will give us 0.05. If we times that by 100, that gives you it in percent, so that's 5%. We can do that all the way across, and that gives us 5%, 9%, 86% for our clay, silt and sand. Then it's simple. We can take our graph, look at the sand, so it's 86%, takes us right up over into the loam sand and sand, and the clay, which was 5%, which comes up to about there, just pushes us on the border between loam sand and sand. Obviously it's not super accurate, but it just gives us a really good ballpark figure to see what sort of soil we've got. Alternatively, with our home soil, you can see that that worked out to be 76% sand, 3% clay. So you go along 76, which is the other side of the loam sand, 3% clay pushes it up the other side of the border of the loam sand to sandy loam. So really we've got the soils at either end of the loam sand spectrum. So really we can just use loam sand to help us know what sort of soil we've got that's going to drain really well. And when we're looking for plants, we want to look for plants that work well with the loam sand soil. So if you have no idea what sort of soil you've got, this can be really helpful just as a rough guide. So hopefully that helps you work out the math side of it. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you find this helpful.